guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast. This studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Really looking forward to talking about all this stuff. We got a packed show tonight. A couple of housekeeping items other than this sexy man sitting over there for us. Hi, baby.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, yeah. So tonight we have John McCallion. You might see him on the camera. You might not. He's going to kind of be helping us run the studio portion of this a little bit. So thanks, John, for helping out. Real quick, if you go to gigeconomyshow.com, that's where you find everything Gig Economy podcast related. You can also join our TikTok group and our Facebook group. We also have a newsletter. I don't know when the last time it's been out.
Last month.
Did it go out last month?
Yeah, I believe so.
Anyways, if you want to get on that list, you can.
It went out today.
No, that was just a notification for the show tonight. You can check that out. Also, save the date. September 17th is our picnic in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's going to be a hootenanny, as they say.
A hootenanny.
Yes, we're furiously typing something.
Well, it's because Megan came on. Hey, Megan.
Oh, wow. So yeah, check that out. September 17th, the picnic, Riverside Park in Grand Rapids. More details to follow. Also, I want to thank our Patreon members, Larry from Bowling Green, Keith from Indiana, Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Chris from Grand Rapids, James from Fort Collins. Whatever happened to that guy? I
don't know.
Yeah. Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Tom Kelly from Houston, and our new one, Tyler, I'm going to slaughter this, Cohen from Oklahoma. So thank you guys so much for supporting the show.
So, Larry, since you did mention this, I'm going to put it up here. Are you coming to the picnic this year? Because
I think
you've
he
been
already
there a couple of times.
It's going to be off the chain. I'm pretty sure that he already committed to it. So hopefully he'll come. But yeah, check it out. Also, I want to mention we have a new merch company. Well, it's TeePublic, y'all. It's not like anything crazy, but they got a sale. Let me read the deets on that real quick. Oh crap, I missed the email. What the
read the deets?
I know, don't I sound super hip? Between now and the end of Saturday, all classic tees and tanks are $13, and everything else is up to 35% off. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for the classic tee myself because I'm kind of bougie and buy the soft ones. So check it out. The link is in the description. That would be amazing if you buy that. We don't make a ton of money on those, but it's just nice to support the podcast, a way to support us. So check it out.
Absolutely. And not lifting. Larry, I would love to see both you and John.
John committed too.
That is definitely, I would like to do that.
Yeah.
And I would also like to mention now that, Larry is now in his second
career.
Yep.
He's in retirement with a newer career.
There you go. Right. He still has lots of kids to bring to college and stuff. I hear. So he's not done yet. But if you are looking to move to Bowling Green, absolutely talk to Larry. Those are some awesome houses that I see you post on Facebook, Larry. That is just some cool stuff that you're doing there.
Yeah, it's still relatively inexpensive to live in Bowling Green.
Yep.
I saw some of the prices. I'm like, that ain't bad.
Not bad at all.
Don't try to buy anything in Grand Rapids right now.
No, I just did that.
Shit's going for $1 million a pop. It's nuts.
I saw we actually have a house listed. We have one for $7 million here in Kent County. Did you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
That is crazy.
Is Joe going to the picnic this year? Joe who?
I don't know.
I don't know, Mark.
Do we have a Joe?
I don't know of a Joe. Joe Biden? Joe Mama. You fucker. That's it.
Kick him.
So yeah, thank you guys. Patreon, also the sale. Okay, I did that. Mention the I'm reading what the fuck. I'm like Larry fucking, or not Larry. Ron Burgundy. He reads whatever's on the teleprompter. We'd love you to join us on Telegram. We just had a new member on Telegram. His name is Brad Sweeney, and he is okay. I'm gonna slaughter this because I'm a dumb Michigander. He's from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. Woo! Yeah, that is where he's from. So Brad, thank you so much. He started listening to the show about a month ago, slowly listening to him though all. Oh my God. Are you I'm acting like Brad's listening. Well, he'll hear this later, but yeah. Don't start at number 1. Please don't. It was pretty bad.
So it's Tyler Kane, by the way.
Kane.
You killed it.
So I do have a friend that's named Cohen. So
so that's how you're gonna.
no, I'm gonna fuck it up for between now and to the end
That's
of
how
time.
you're gonna defend it.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, Tyler. I tried to tell him it's Kane, of course.
Yeah, no, he didn't. The Dane over there didn't say shit.
I would have had no clue.
But anyways, thank you, Tyler. He is our newest Patreon member, and we can't thank you enough. All right, lost my spot. Where are we? Oh, yeah. So join the Telegram group. It can be a lot of fun and it can be super boring. But if you ever have a comment or a question about any kind of gig related, there's about 40, 50 people in there. You can ask it in there. I want to give a shout out to Steve Johnson from Rioter Rodeo. He is very under the weather right now. Had 2 molars removed a couple days ago, and then his son got COVID, and he's pretty sure he has COVID. He had to go to the emergency room because he has breathing trouble anyway. So COVID doesn't help that at all. He's home resting. So I told him if he wasn't on tonight that we weren't friends anymore. I don't see him. So he's got 51 minutes to chime in. So.
But see, Janet, she still makes it every time.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't know, Steve. What's the problem?
Right. There's no excuse. Janet's always on.
I know.
Thank you, Janet.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the radio show. You're on this week, right? Good, because I'm out of town.
No, it's your time.
No, I was just on it.
No,
yeah, last Friday. Were you on the show last Friday?
Nobody was on the show.
No, that was 2 weeks ago, bro. You're way out of it. That was 2 weeks ago. Easter was 2 weeks ago, and you were on, and I was just on last Friday, so you're on this Friday.
Oh, fuck.
It's good because I'm gone.
Where are you going?
I got to go to the cabin and open it up.
Oh,
so anyways.
That's a chore.
I know. It is a chore. There ain't nothing fun. I'm driving 3.5 hours, working all day Saturday, and then driving home Sunday. So
boo.
I know. Yeah, I got to help the mother-in-law. I mean, hopefully the cabin will be ours someday. But anyways, the radio show 7 to 9 Eastern on TNC Radio.
And apparently I'm going to be on.
And apparently Jesper's going to be on. He's not happy about it. It might just be you and Tom if Steve isn't feeling well.
Yeah, I better prepare a little bit. Yes.
Anyways, let's see. All right, I think that's it. We're going to talk about Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid. They are the studio sponsor. You can call them at 532-6600, or you can schedule online, irvines.com. Don't believe us, though. Check out all their Google reviews. I know they pay us to say stuff about them, but the people that are leaving the Google reviews are actual people that have had service there. Well, I guess I have too. Well, you haven't.
No.
You haven't. I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I mean, I think the truth of the matter is we would say all these nice things about them even if we weren't getting paid.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
I wasn't going there as a regular customer before I started, but I just didn't really know about it, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't, and this is why they advertise, because now people know about it. So
there you go.
Obviously, if you go there, mention our name. And Megan says there's a car show on August 25th. I will be in Dallas for the podcast conference. I'm pretty sure.
I'll be in town because that'll be the week after Danish Festival, which I'm doing this year. So yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a sketch month for us. And because aren't you going to Denmark, or is that July you're going to Denmark?
No, I'm going to Denmark in July.
Okay, we're going to just take the whole summer off. So sorry, y'all. It's going to be too damn busy.
Hey, Catherine, how you doing?
All right. So first up, we're gonna talk about nothing. We're gonna watch a video. We're gonna watch a video about a drone delivery. All right, let's go. Okay, well,
It looked fake.
it looked fake.
Yeah.
I know the audio listeners, we didn't say much, but basically it was a drone. It dropped a box, and Jesper says it's fake.
Well, right.
It's not fake.
It looked fake.
You saw the unit at the Walmart.
I did see it. But it
What?
still looked
Why do
fake.
you think it's fake?
I don't know. It just doesn't look right.
Skeptical.
To be fair, Jesper says everything's fake.
Yeah, he does.
It's not, but it just even the drone looked like it was like a 1998 model or something. Like,
No, it looked like a no. It. Those are when you think of drone, you're thinking the one that Leo has with the helicopters. This was like an airplane.
Big. Yeah, no, I know. I did. I saw it. I saw the video.
Okay. Do you think the Chris Rock and Will Smith was fake too?
I thought in the beginning it was, but looking at the aftermath, no.
No, I agree. I thought it was fake at the beginning too, but
It's not.
What?
Can't get dog food.
No, you're right.
The drone wouldn't be able to lift that thing.
No, it wouldn't. Someday, maybe.
And Megan, I reserve the right to maybe be there. I make no promises, though.
Oh my gosh, Megan, you updated your photo on Facebook. I don't know. That's so random that I said that. It just looks different. All right, Jesper, we're going to talk about masks.
Masks. That was so it's old news today. I'm sure most people who have been following along with what's actually happening. But that was pretty cool. So as of April 19, 2022, riders and drivers are not required to wear masks when using Uber. However, the CDC still recommend blah, 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 all that stuff. So basically, what was it they were saying? What it was? So, but there's a lawsuit. Where's the words I was looking for?
There's another picture. John, can you put that
there
one
it is.
maybe?
I got it. There you go. As a result of a court order effective immediately and as of April 18th, CDC, January 29th order requiring masks on public transportation, conveyances, and at transportation hubs is no longer in effect. So therefore, there's no masks in Uber, and I'm assuming Lyft either. So that's pretty cool, I think. And I am actually actively working on figuring out how to get back on the road and on platform Uber. But I must admit that the cost of gas is slowing things down a little bit. My enthusiasm a little bit.
Well, I mean, there's still money to be made out there.
Oh, sure.
And now is actually a good time to do it because there's not as many drivers out there, I would expect, because of the gas.
But if I'm being 100% honest, the van hasn't done much in 2 years. And I must admit, Megan, I do need to bring it into you, and it has something been on my mind because I need you to just give it a once over. It's gonna look at everything that's wrong.
Oh,
with
don't tell him to give it a once over because
what?
you're gonna need some lube. I meant with everything they're gonna find wrong.
I understand. But that could also be understood in another way.
That would have been another spit take, y'all, if you would have been drinking some.
I know. But anyways, it is something that I'm actually actively working on getting back on Uber. My plan is to drive once a week. So, but again, I got to get back. And Megan, you can answer this maybe. Do you guys do what's it called? The things for Uber. What are the inspection sheets as well?
Of course.
Yeah, of course they do. So So I'm gonna have you do that as well. So 532-6600. We know that. I will call you.
That is the only number I know in my life, other than my own number. Like if somebody
what about
asks me, I struggle sometimes with it. She was like, if you said what's Irvine's number, I'm like, I can tell you right off the bat. So
yeah,
but
I do know that it's actually making weird noises in the bag, and I got to bring it in. And so again, I just need to make sure that it is 100% safe once I start.
Of course, and honestly, what's nice is they're going to tell you everything was wrong, but you don't have to fix everything. Because the last time they're like, you have a small leak in a shock or something. I'm like, it's fine. And like a week later, it started making a creak noise. And I was like, fuck. And I'm like,
and I think it's the things that people always, it's always better knowing than not knowing.
Of course.
Right. And so then you can deal with it.
You can make your decision and be like, it's not worth it. I'm going to ride this until the wheels fall off. And, it's up to you. I mean, obviously they would want you to fix it because A, it's the business, and B, it's better for your car. But
correct.
But I think if you brought the black one in, I think the repairs would cost more than the car.
Oh no, The black one is literally not worth $500.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean,
for-
if you're gonna give that to your son, you're gonna have to make it road ready. That's
oh
the
no,
thing.
I am, and definitely we are gonna get it back. We actually made plans to get it back. And I will bring it into Megan at that point because if Maxwell is going to be driving that regularly, I need to. There's a couple of minor things that need to be happening. To
Yeah.
it, so, yeah.
Well, my goal is to drive the pilot till Avery needs it, which she starts driver's training in August, which is scary.
Well, Maxwell started driver's training last year. If he could just get his lazy behind off and actually finish it, that would be good.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, so yeah, what masks? You know, everyone's doing it. I don't know anyone that's listening. If you're having issues with riders or
Right. So what exactly? And somebody asked earlier, what what do you do if somebody gets in your car and they are masking? Are you supposed to mask? And I guess it's up to your own conscience.
yeah,
I mean, Uber and Lyft says no, right? You don't have to anymore. But the big thing that comes with that is the fourth seat has now been unlocked again.
yes,
Right. And I think a lot of people forget about that. That was part of it. And so with that order also came, you no longer have to you're not required to only do 3. If your party has 4, you have to let them sit next to you.
right,
But they are the same tone. They are encouraging riders to sit in the back.
yeah.
And so if there's only a party of 3, all sit in the back and don't necessarily think about using the front seat. So
Yeah, I'm gonna when I do go back to rideshare this fall, I'm gonna miss having that open seat. I kind of like not having anyone up there. I can put my lunch pail up there and all that other stuff. So
yeah, there was I must admit though I'm gonna miss all those drunken college boys putting their hands on my legs.
are you kidding me? You're gonna pack like 15 people in that fucking van. You're like,
But that's the other. It's not gonna be a comfort van anymore. It's too old now.
yeah, you're down to us XL peasants.
It's so bad.
Anyways, so after all those masks were dropped, there was a market, well, it's Washington D.C., that basically is saying you need to still wear sorry, why is this not doing this? What the flippity flack? Hang on, sorry about this. I have a little like marker thing that like highlights shit and it didn't work, and that's annoying. But anyways, so I'll just have to figure out what I marked. So basically in Washington D.C., you still have to wear a mask, which is kind of weird. And Uber says basically that you have to follow local regulations for that kind of stuff. But Lyft said, which was interesting. So Uber says you no longer have to wear a mask when driving with Uber unless required by local authorities. Drivers must using Uber must comply with local rules and regulations. Okay, whatever, staple. And then Lyft says that they're more vague about it. Wearing masks on transportation may still be required by law in some areas, and we encourage riders and drivers to check their local public health requirements before using Lyft. So it doesn't say you must follow local law. So I thought that was interesting too.
Yep.
It really doesn't say much in here why they decided to do that. And for all I know, this article was posted, I don't know where it is, but it might be gone now. I don't know. But it's just weird that they made him do that. But what's your thoughts on that?
The DC area, I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe it's just for some reason, Washington DC is just it still has those requirements. Maybe it's because of the White House thing. Who knows?
It's funny you bring that up because we joked about it on the radio show that it's like all these politicians that are moving in and out. I'm like, if they're high enough in there, they're not taking Ubers anyways. I mean, they got their own car service, so I don't know.
You would think so, right? You would think so, but again, you probably have to. I mean, they have to do it for everybody. So
yeah, it's just, of course, Washington D.C.'s fucking shit up because it's the government. You know what I mean? God dang it! All right, moving forward. Yespers wants to talk about Labor of Love.
Labor of Love. No, so this is a new app, and actually, I must admit, this is my wife who found it.
Yeah, wives
came up on her Facebook stream of all places. So labr.com, I believe it even is. it's a new local app. Actually, it's Grand Rapids based, as far as I understand, and the idea is that it feels like it's kind of like that. Yeah, Give a Hand or whatever, some of those apps.
Yeah.
But the idea, you can actually use it to both get obviously workers, but also become a worker.
Yes.
So the my app got crazy a little bit here. So, but basically, from the worker, what type of work is it? So our clients are looking for extra set of hands. Most jobs needs less than 10 minutes of training to be ready to work. Labor clients work in all kinds of industries, including landscaping, construction, restaurants, moving, distribution, and more. So basically, this is probably an answer to partially some of the things that a lot of a lot of the restaurants and that kind of stuff are complaining about is they can't get enough help.
Yes.
And so this is another way for you to add, as we always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, have many little buckets of income. And so this is another way of get labor approved.
Yep.
And if you don't want to drive today, or if you want to do something else, go do something else. Go, if it's a nice day, get a shift outside working in somebody's yard or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They say they're hiring everybody at $15 an hour, no matter what it is when you start out. But there's an indication that that might change. Now, whether that means it can go both ways based on your rating, I'm assuming something like that.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what determines that, but as they do make a point to say labor starts our new workers at $15 an hour, regardless of the job they select.
So this is not actually a gig job then. This is a W-2.
No, it's a 1099.
It is. So
Yeah.
they're paying you regardless of what company you decide to go work for. You're getting paid $15 an hour.
Well, but again, it's the company that hires you, right? So
Correct.
So the way I assume it is that when you first start out, no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
you get paid $15 an hour, and my assumption is it's somehow based on your rate, on your not your higher rate, but your rating. So
Rating as a worker.
Yeah. So somebody's gonna hire you to do X, and they're gonna go in and say, oh, he did a shitty job. He's only gonna get a 1 star, and now you only gotta get paid $14.95 an hour, or whatever it is. I don't know, but again, that's incentive pay right there, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
so
interesting.
If you are higher rated, possibly, again, I don't know that that's the case, but that's how I read it.
What's really cool is this is a Grand Rapids based business.
Yep.
So I'm pretty excited that to get a hold of these guys.
So again, if you are looking to add another bucket, labr.com. And again, I'm not sure that it's in all markets yet, but if it's not, write to them and say, get in our market.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's a very cool concept actually, and I'm very interested in seeing and hoping that that'll work out. So yeah, you can see here they start, this particular fella here talks about how that they have worked with labor for several months, both in Ann Arbor and Grand Rapids. So they obviously have been around for a number of months. So
$15 an hour though, man. I mean, it might be.
But if you're being honest with yourself though, sometimes when you're out driving, you're not making $15 an hour.
100%.
After you're paying for taxes, for gas. Here, there's no gas to pay.
Oh, there isn't, huh? Yeah.
Well, no, there's not, because you're
That's
not
true.
driving around.
Yeah, you're working. Whatever you're driving, it's the company's.
Whatever it is. Yeah, you're driving from spot to spot, or you're meeting somebody at some work. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. I would not be interested in it, but I am interested to talking to them. So I think that's kind of cool.
So yeah, we'll put that out there. If anybody from labor wants to talk to us,
you think they're actually listening to the show right now?
Please reach out. Absolutely, of course they are.
They will be a sponsor.
labr.com. We want to talk to somebody from your company and get the pitch. Get the pitch.
Next
one
up,
thing that was cool. I'll just mention real quick. We always talk about insurance, right? So they actually provide workers' comp insurance while you're working for them.
Okay.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So next up, Uber admits it misled millions of Australians with cancellation warning. Let me see if my little linky thing worked this time. Hang on.
Linky thing?
Let's see.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that one anymore.
That's kinky thing. Let me see. Oh, good. It did work on this site. Okay, so Uber could face a huge fine after misleading millions of Australian users through free cancellation warnings. Spoiler alert, I'm just going to let you know, I think this is bullshit, this lawsuit. So as we move forward, it's basically what it said to the people. It says, you may be charged a small fee since your driver is already on their way, the warning read. However, the message did not make clear users were still in the app's 5-minute free cancellation window. So basically, it didn't tell them that they could cancel and not get charged. Uber admits it misled Australian users for a number of years and may have caused some of them to decide not to cancel their ride after receiving the cancellation warning, even though they were entitled to a cancel free of charge under Uber's own policy. They changed it to the message that said you won't be charged a cancellation fee if users seek to cancel during the free cancellation period. So, I mean,
it almost feels a little bit like this cup has warm coffee in it.
What?
That message, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's the. I mean, how far do we have to go? I mean,
yeah.
the bullshit lawsuit a couple years, many years ago, today, from McDonald's.
Yeah.
That may contain hot beverages or whatever.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
It's like, okay, then read the terms and conditions. I'm sorry, but it's like,
but they're gonna fine him $26 million for that. So I'm all for suing people.
How much of that money ends up into the lawyer's company? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm all fine for suing people if something's really wrong. But I mean, come on. My wife just got something she tried this app called Noom. It was like a weight loss app or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be this, I don't know, this woke app that does it different, whatever. They got sued for something too, for like overcharging or something. And she's like, yeah, I'll be part of it. I think the payout's like $500.
What?
I know. I was like, usually when they're like $5-10, I'm like, I'm not even dealing with that. I was like, you better fill that shit out.
I actually got it. It was the funniest thing. I got a check about 2 months ago. It was some dairy product that apparently I bought. I don't know, but it was $7. It sent me a check for
$7. I mean, it's a bougie cup of coffee.
And it was so long. Well, yeah, but it was so long I couldn't even remember I filled it out.
Did you cash it?
Well, yeah. $7 is $7.
I mean, if it's in my hand, I'm cashing it. I'll cash in $1 check if it's in my hand. It's how much I'm going to do for work to do it, to get it. All right, we're going to talk about one of our sponsors, Middleton Tech. So Middleton Tech is basically, their goal is to make you drive safer, but also it makes you more money. If you notice on the slide that John just put up, the make more money is a little bit bigger. I know Gary probably kicked me in the nuts for saying that, because it's all about driver safety, which I do see people complaining about DoorDash a lot, right, about how many times you have to tap things to cancel. But it's Middleton Technologies. They have the app Driver's Utility Helper, which is for DoorDash. They have Maximo, which is for Grubhub, Uber Eats, basically everything else. And then Flex Alert if you're a Amazon Flex driver. That one doesn't really do any automation, but the Maximo is what you really need to get. They all do come with free versions, I believe, but most of them have a subscription, but it pays for itself in the first day. Check it out. Try it out. It basically sets up auto decline, auto accept, that kind of stuff. And just basically any what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Not template. Any feature you want, anything you want to control on the app, you can do it with his apps.
Nice.
So
now Flex Alert will tell you when new routes get posted, right?
Yeah, it's really interesting. It will not grab a route for you. It's not a route grabber, so you still have to tap it. But so it doesn't violate terms of service. But yeah, it'll also tell you if someone grabs a route, someone else grabs a route, and then a number of routes have changed. It does that. So it definitely, Tyler says Flex Alert is great. It doesn't accept the blocks, but saves your finger, because basically you have to, it basically auto refreshes all the time.
Yeah.
Basically. So
there you go.
It's worth it. So
your buddy Steve came on.
You know what?
Not your, but our buddy.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve. You are still in the fold with the family. I did warn earlier, you had 51 minutes to chime in. If you didn't, you were out of the fold. Of course, I'm kidding. We love you. Thank you, Larry. Parameters. That was the word I'm looking for. Again, I went to private school, so that, English and talking is not my forte. But
And there's not even any alcohol.
I know. I'm only water tonight, y'all. So
It is water.
it
We
is
all
water.
know it's gin.
From gin's gross. But anyways, yeah, check out Middleton Tech. There's a link in the description. So
Hey, Steve, we hope everything is going to be okay with you, buddy.
he will. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's a tough cookie. He's a fucking snowboarder. This dude snowboards in like not regular places.
In 98 degrees.
Well, you can in Colorado. You can
No, I
basically
know.
be in a banana hammock sometimes and snowboard and be fine.
And
Not that we want to see Steve in a banana hammock, but I will be seeing Steve in something skivvy in Dallas. Hopefully not. No. Please no.
Are you guys sharing rooms or what?
No, we got an Airbnb. It has 3 fucking bedrooms. There's no way. Larry, me, and Steve, we all have our own room. Again, I got COVID last time I went, and Larry didn't because we had separate rooms. Thank God.
Do you guys have to share the bathroom?
Yeah, we do, John. We do have to share the bathroom. I'm gonna make each of us clean the bathroom after we use it. Oh, there's Larry talking about
preferably at the same time, right?
Yeah,
Share-
we're
share
gonna
the
have
bathroom.
a stream war. We're gonna fight lightsabers. Okay, this is getting weird. Yes, we're talking about this guy that turned in the Capitol rioter.
I don't know if I can. No, actually, I do want to talk about my new hero because, man, when I read this article, I thought that was just the coolest thing. So basically, again, find the article. Hang on one second.
Come on,
Yeah,
John would have had it up by now.
Had what up by now?
Oh,
You were not even ready.
I know, I wasn't even ready.
Yeah, I know. So, anyways, where is it?
I need
There it is.
I need
Thank
the
you.
Jeopardy theme song or the.
I know. So did you?
There is no slide.
You didn't even put a
No,
picture of
you
the old
actually have
man?
to talk.
So
It's in the rundown.
An Uber driver turned in an accused Capitol rioter who was caught boasting about the insurrection on the car's dash cam. So that's kind of cool, actually. And obviously, we all know about what riots that we're talking about. And the article states that 800 people has been arrested, and more than about 200.
800?
I know, and more 250 people are being prosecuted so far for the riots. Yep, it's pretty crazy stuff. I'm trying to get the actual numbers here. Hang on. Yep, more than 800 people have been arrested in connection with the Capitol riot, and 253 rioters have pleaded guilty thus far. So that's pretty crazy. And actually, the story does end with the guy from the Uber car pleading guilty to everything that is going on. But it was basically he was in the car, and the driver just said, he obviously they were in DC, and so the driver had kind of started the violence by saying, "Hey, what a crazy day, huh?" And then he basically started like almost just kind of, what's it called, boasting about how he was
bragging.
Yeah, bragging. Well, it started around there. Right when I got there, Brown responded, "I tore down the barricades." He goes, "You did?" The driver asked. "Why?" "Well, because so we could get to the Capitol." "Well, how'd that work out for you?" So anyways, so after he dropped him off, he actually called and tipped the local police, and they picked him up. And yeah, that was cool. And part of what was recorded in the car, they were actually able to use as evidence in court for what happened.
Oh,
that was even they were able to the face of the rider. They were able to find him also in some recordings that media had done.
yeah.
And there was one point you see him hitting another man with a camera, with hitting a media man, if you will, with a piece of wood over the head. It's like, my gosh, people are just idiots.
That brings up, I bet he pleaded guilty, everything. That's fine. But he could
Correct.
probably have an attorney say, I wasn't privy to that, like the recording. You know what I mean? Like, no one told me this was being recorded. blah blah blah, and then the conversation comes up: is Uber inside an Uber car? Is that considered public area, or is that a private conversation?
Well, it all depends on. I mean, first of all, they would be able to just do it with the face only because they were able to use that face and find him,
True.
right? So they have this. They don't even have to use the audio for it. But the question then becomes: is DC a single, or a dual state? So who knows?
Yeah, it's just a conversation to say. Like,
Yeah.
I think most attorneys, even Bryant from Legal Rideshare, I heard, I think it was on a show with Steve. I think Steve had him on. From Rideshare Rodeo, he had said that you can't expect privacy in a Uber Lyft.
Right.
It's just, you just can't do it. So,
But anyways, I just thought it was a cool story, and he is now officially my new
friend,
my new
hero.
friend hero. Yep. And we have a new dare. Steve, thank you so much. We have the first dare had been posted, $9.99. Who's gonna beat it? Come on.
Well, who actually won last time? I think it was John that actually won because he did one set over, but then Steve did a double dip. So it's got to be in one thing. You can't double dip. Steve, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Hey, Tom, thanks for joining. I was on a run the other day, and this is so random. And Tom texted me while I was running, but I had turned. So tell me how this happens. This is a complete freaking squirrel right here. I was running and I turned my cellular off so I can listen. So this is weird. So, okay, I'm backing up even more. So I got Spotify, right? And so I downloaded a playlist on my phone.
The story's getting long.
I know. So I downloaded the playlist. Maybe I'm just a boomer and I don't know how this works. So I downloaded it on my phone, right? Okay, fine. So I play it. Then all of a sudden my son plays something on our Spotify account and then cuts mine out. But it doesn't default to the downloaded playlist. So the only way I can play that without my son cutting in is I have to turn the cellular off. Which, again, if anyone knows what the fuck I'm doing wrong, just let me know. But anyways, I had it off, and Tom was able to text me while I was running. How did I get that SMS message? Because it's not even an iOS message because Tom doesn't have an iPhone.
And your cell was off?
My cellular was off. And my Wi-Fi was off.
Maybe it caught one of the free. You have.
But I had Wi-Fi off, though. I had everything off except Bluetooth. I had Bluetooth on.
Yeah, but Bluetooth is very short range.
Yeah, I know. Unless somehow some Bluetooth connected to something. But anyways, I got your text, Tom. He was talking about how he's old school while he does mileage. He just writes it on a piece of paper because he was listening to a show where we were talking about it.
Can't beat that.
And he's like, no disrespect to you guys. I was like, no disrespect. I don't give a shit if you don't use the stuff that we use. Like, do whatever works for you. So
absolutely.
You don't have to, Tyler. You help us out enough. So
absolutely.
But Steve, again, sorry about your COVID. That sucks. And hope you feel better. All right. Oh, Steve, if you're still on, this is about you. So we were on the radio show and we started. Steve doesn't shut up, of course. This is probably the longest he's been quiet. So he starts talking about DOT, which is Department of Transportation, and that I think I had asked him if he was driving. He's like, no, I let everything lapse, my insurance, blah, 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 DOT. And I was like, DOT? You don't need a DOT for driving Uber and Lyft. And I only know DOT for my job. I have to get it. It's a physical that you have to get.
Yeah.
They make sure you don't have a hernia. You can see, you can hear, all that. Don't have sleep apnea and those kind of things. And he's like, yeah, you need a DOT to drive for Uber and Lyft in some states. In Colorado, for sure. I'm like, you are full of shit. Me and Tom on the radio show were just dogging him. I'm like, bullshit. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah, blah, blah. Doing all this stuff. And so during the break, I looked and he was right. You need a DOT physical in the state of Colorado to drive for Uber and Lyft. I don't know why. It sounds like a scam because those physicals cost money. So I just thought it was funny. I have to give a shout out to Steve Steve, because he was correct. So if you drive in Colorado and you listen to the show, I would like to know that. What are you smirking about over there?
Oh, now he gave us more money, Steve.
Steve, damn it. Save your money. Buy us booze once every month. There we go.
Once a month.
Once a month.
Uh,
So, anyways, yes, if you drive in Colorado, I'm surprised someplace like Los Angeles, that communist state, you know, all those commie states, like
I don't disagree.
we got to get John out of California, man. I'm telling you.
Soon.
Yeah, you need to move to like Arizona or Texas.
yeah,
Somewhere.
maybe.
I don't know.
I actually wouldn't mind visiting California. It's on my list.
You know, I went
I
there
wouldn't
once.
want to live there, but
Yeah, I went there once for my sister's wedding in San Francisco, and that was kind of really before the real bad homeless situation. I mean, it was kind of there, but not super bad. It was okay. The traffic was nuts, though. I mean, middle of the day, 2:00, bumper to bumper on the highway. I'm like, what
I
the
bet.
hell is going on? How do you get anywhere? You don't.
you use Uber and Lyft.
Well, it still takes forever to
I
get
know.
anywhere. You're up, Jesper.
I am up. Now you expect
We're
me
gonna
know where
talk
I'm at.
about the Reddit one, number 8.
The Reddit one. I thought I actually had that one up. Hang on. Yep.
I'll read a text while you're getting ready.
There you go. So this is a new app, and so it app service, whatever it's called. It's Belay. So it's ridebelay.com. Belay takes the financial stress out of driving by protecting your time-based earnings, so you never need to worry about a lousy week forcing you to take out a cash advance or drive extra. And basically, I mean, a lot of the people commenting is the sad part. There's enough idiots out there doing this, which is true, but basically it's
Steve,
If-
you're distracting us.
if you don't have if you don't have the spine to just keep a basic savings in your account,
yes,
then they will do it for you.
yes.
So if you even as driving Uber or Lyft or any kind of gig work, you're still paycheck to paycheck, work day to work day, or whatever, how close you are, you can do that. But this is basically another company that will do like some kind of a minor paycheck advance, if you will.
Well,
they do take a small 1.5% of income, annualized income, and it's tax deductible. That's their fee. So, but again, I think so. I guess there's a place for those services, right? And obviously, we heard of there's several other apps doing the same thing.
yeah.
But just always make sure that you have just a small kitty. And I know it can be difficult, but just keep a couple of weeks of pay in your paycheck.
It's so hard to do, though. I know,
But is it though?
I
I
mean,
mean, if you just be a little bit, don't. I mean, because the scary thing about Uber or Lyft is that you don't even have to be. You used to say you're paycheck to paycheck, right? Uber and Lyft, I can be hour to hour.
yeah.
I mean, whether I can eat now, I mean, whatever. And that's so scary. It's like it's the complete epiphany of you eat what you kill, right?
Well, it really makes it so that you have to be so disciplined, because if you cash out that $150 you just made, well, then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go buy a new video game or whatever, and like I got the money, and then you're like, oh fuck, the rent's due the next day, so.
Or
Man.
I'm not gonna eat tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I never did the cash out. I always did the direct deposit. But yeah, so this basically is an app that does that. I don't know if they're not a sponsor or anything yet. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would work for some people, but
I mean, somebody was comparing it to pay the advance, cash advance, right? And it's true.
I mean, not really, because they only charge 1.5%. They're just making sure you have a steady paycheck all week. But honestly, if you get paid every once a week, like direct deposit, then it's kind of the same thing without the fee, right? Because you have to make that money last the whole week.
No, absolutely. But it's for the week you don't get paid for something. It's for the week you are not able to get on the road, right? That's the problem.
Yeah. Anyways, not for me. Yeah.
Not me.
Max says, I enjoy driving the best when all the bills are paid. Yep. That's the best time. It's like when you drive your car with no car payment. When you finally pay it off, you're like,
Yep.
holy shit, this thing drives nice.
Absolutely, yeah,
So,
exactly. Because
uh,
then you also know it's just everything you make now is gravy, right?
Yeah.
It's like
gravy. I love that. Steve keeps sending us money. Okay, we got to get through the. We got
It's
two
gravy.
more. Yeah, we got to get scooting here. You know me, I'm always talking. So this one's kind of funny. This is a TikTok about someone.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 8. That's all you, baby. That's all you.
Bro, you see what I be dealing with?
Bruh, she ordered that? I was like, dang.
Sure as hell ain't me ordering
Hey,
nothing from
when-
that.
So caught red-handed because they walk out while he's scanning the packages. So I thought that was funny. I don't think I've delivered more than like 4 or 5, even during Christmas, to one house. But yeah, he brought the whole tote up. That's pretty funny.
I mean, I must admit there has been days
Yeah.
where we got a couple packs.
Dude, I'm so lazy with Amazon. Like, I'm like, oh, I need this ordered. I literally get on the app and just say ship it. I don't.
You know what my worst part is?
What's that?
When we get dog food and Kitty didn't deliver.
Do you get it through Amazon?
Yeah.
See, I go through Chewy, but yeah, same thing.
They come up with 2 because we ordered 2 40-pound boxes.
Oh my gosh, they hate you so much.
I know.
You need to put one of those little treat things out for them on your porch. You know what I mean?
I have this nice little porch now. I should do that.
Yeah, you would. It's covered, so it'd be out of the rain, and just put some
Yep.
drinks out there for them.
Sorry.
They hate you.
They totally hate me.
All right.
But I don't have to take it from the store anymore.
That's true. I mean, that's the whole point, right? I mean, you're keeping them. I mean, you feel bad for them doing it, but that's their job. They have a job because they get to deliver dog food. Yeah. Is it shitty at times? Yeah, it is. Sometimes you're delivering a little, handkerchief that weighs this much. So it's the good with the
And
bad.
throw it.
Yeah. So Max says my best DoorDash orders have been from PetSmart. I wonder if it's because they tip because of the dog food being heavy. I mean, you don't get that with Amazon, but
I don't even think. I mean, see, I guess that's a question. Should you be able to tip your Amazon Flex driver?
I think, yeah, well, or the regular Amazon driver. I really think you should. That would be great. I mean, yeah, obviously you can slip some cash out there, but there's really no way to do it. Now you can with the Whole Foods, like when you're delivering Whole Foods, which we are getting a Whole Foods in Kentwood. They're almost done building it.
So do you think, again, this is another just kind of a spur of the moment question here. Do you think if there's an option for a Flex driver when you checked out on Amazon, it's like, I would like it to be delivered by Flex, would you choose that?
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me.
No, but again, so let's say you chose that and then there was a matching tip order after that.
But why would you choose a Flex driver over a regular Amazon driver?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I mean, they're not gig workers, essentially. The Flex drivers are regular Amazon. They're a W-2.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there should be a way to be tip anyone you want. Like I want to tip my garbage man, but I mean, like, what do I tape a 20 on the garbage and then he fucking doesn't see it and then he dumps it into the bin? I'm like, shit.
And you can't put them in the mailbox because it's illegal for people to
Oh,
take
the
things out
mail
of the mail.
people are so fussy. My God. Jeez. All right, guys, we have Moves Financial. Moves Financial is back, and we've talked about them before, but they are the new home for your gig business and the unofficial bank account for gig workers coast to coast. One cool thing is we talked about finances. It's unpredictable, but your finances don't have to be. Moves members also enjoy access to low cash advances up to $1,000 with flexible repayment options. And Move is currently hosting a promotion offering 5% cash back on all gas purchases. So Moves, what I should explain, is a debit card that you get in an app. You can download it on iOS or Android. So Also, as a gig worker, you've helped build it. Now you can own it. Start claiming your share of the gig economy with the Moves Collective by earning and accumulating free stock rewards as you manage your money with Moves. Get free shares of the gig companies you earn on and receive stock rewards for each successful referred member. Okay, so they got a little referral program too. So yeah, download that app. They came back to us. We're going to meet with Matt, the CEO. We were supposed to interview him Tuesday, but he had to fly out somewhere. But yeah, I love these guys. The guys are movers and shakers in the financial area.
Right.
And I know it seems like there's a card for everything, but this is the card you need over the Uber card, the DoorDash card.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. If I had multiple buckets right now of income, I would definitely have that one card and have them all go to the same.
Yeah. And you get to earn stock for the companies you work
I
with.
know.
Yeah. The Lyft stock sucks. Oh, I almost said something more. I'm trying to not say sucks dick on the show. And then I just said it. I don't mind the F word, but I should probably not say that, which I did. So I'm sorry to Moose Financial if you listen to this.
Well, you didn't say it to them.
No,
It's about
they're great.
Lyft.
But I don't even know where I was going with that insult. But anyways, Lyft's stock price. So yeah, it's not great, but you might as well own a little bit as you're out there hustling. So real quick, Moose Financial is a financial technology company. It's not a bank. Banking service provided Blue Ridge Bank, NA, member FDIC. The Moose Financial Visa debit card is issued by Blue Ridge Bank, NA, pursuant to license from Visa USA Incorporated, and may be used everywhere Visa debit cards are accepted. Cash advances are provided by Moose Financial, not Blue Ridge Bank. Cash back on gas, terms and conditions apply. And there's a bunch more disclosures now because of the stock, but I'm not reading all that. So you can see that in the podcast description. Or if you're in the YouTube description, you can click on the link and read them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when it gets posted on the website, we'll put it there too.
Yeah, for sure. But anyways, Moose Financial. All right, moving forward.
I still think it's a good idea.
What's up?
I still think it's a good idea.
What is?
What we just went through.
Moose
The
Financial?
Moose Financial, yeah.
Well, of course it is. They're paying us to say that. But
well, even if they weren't paying,
I
us,
know.
would say they
I
would-
know. I'm just teasing.
So anyway, so now we're going to talk about a new exciting service that Lyft is going to offer.
Is that sarcasm? Was that sarcasm in your voice? Because I think it was.
I think it's a little bit bullshit, but okay.
You're so rude. Watch your
I
mouth,
know,
Jesper.
I know. So they have a new service called Lyft Assisted. And with new Lyft Assisted, drivers will help riders from door to vehicle.
Oh,
Yeah. So Lyft Healthcare announced this week the launch of Lyft Assisted, which the company described as a service for riders who want a little extra help. Lyft states in an announcement that nearly 6 million residents in the United States miss or put off healthcare appointments because of transportation problems. Lyft is rolling out the service as part of its Lyft Concierge B2B platform.
good job on that word.
I know, right? I've been practicing that. Lyft described the benefits of Lyft Assisted, explaining that riders will have an extra few minutes to connect with their drivers, helping to reduce missed connections and enhance the rider experience. Another feature of the service is that drivers who are picking up a passenger will park the car and meet the rider at the front door of the home facility. Would you do that? There's no way you would get out of the car.
No, I would. You
Don't touch the radio.
I need to get my steps in. No. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I guess it depends on how much it was paying more.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What is the amount?
Oh, it doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
No.
Well, I'm going to need $5 more per ride. I mean, I'm going to need, if I'm getting out and opening doors and putting wheelchairs away, like.
Well, you're gonna put. I mean, whether they're using Lyft Assist or not, you have to put wheelchairs away. So.
Yeah, but that's just the luck of the draw, right? Because
Sure.
I got someone with a wheelchair. Okay, that's fine. I'll help them. But if it's specifically to help somebody, I feel like I need to get paid more. But you wouldn't do it either, would you?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah. There's got to be a better way.
At the times I would be driving, it probably would not be doing Lyft Assistant.
No, you got Granny drunk at 2.
Well, that's the
Take
thing.
me to Menace.
I've always driven the party scene, and that's part of what's fun for me.
Yeah, the excitement.
So
there's got to be a better way to help these elderly people. I mean, don't communities have like buses that they drive around for appointment? I mean, it's
Well, so Grand Rapids has the Go Bus system,
yeah.
right? So that you can get a bus for to transport you back and forth anywhere. But I guess there's situations where there is just what you need. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's always time there's no family around to help out and stuff like that.
Right.
So, all right, Steve, have a good night. Thanks, buddy. All right, so this next is a Lyft story as well, and this one's pretty messed up. Let's hope my highlighting work. Joe Collins says this type of service is called insurance work. They pay really high prices. I don't know what that means.
I think he's referring to the fact that that this is a services are offered up and paid for by insurances or
I got you.
healthcare insurance, and so
Well, there's a lot of rides that it says don't take any stops, don't do anything, blah blah blah. But I'm getting paid the same rate.
well, true.
So, okay, so this is about a little bit about safety. I mean, we talked about this in the past. Lyft driver safety features failed Kristen Philpotts even before the night he was murdered. In early December, while Philpotts was driving to make money for his lifelong career of going to veterinary school, someone stopped his car and tried to carjack him. He ran for safety, and soon a text came through from Lyft. It looks like you've been stopped for a while. Do you need help? He answered yes, but all he got was an auto reply in return. This is Lyft. We could not forward your message. He had apparently missed the link he was supposed to click to register his reply. I don't know what that means. Are you supposed to pre-register for something before you can do that?
No, I don't think you can just click reply. I think you have to click on a link and then reply.
Oh, got you. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. Thank you for explaining that. I read that a couple of times. But anyways, that night, he got away unscathed. 1 month later, he wouldn't be so lucky. On January 12th, he was fatally shot in Champaign, Illinois by 3 teenagers, passengers who are now being charged with his murder. Once again, he received a text from Lyft asking if he needed help, but this time he couldn't answer, and Lyft didn't seem to notice. So Lyft says it's worked hard to develop security features to help drivers be safe. In addition, the company sends text, also has partnered with ADT. What's interesting is the mother did not hear from Lyft after her son was killed, but she did see a local news article in which a Lyft spokesman said the company had attempted to reach him, reach Philpotts' loved ones to offer support. But mom says she didn't speak to anyone until the police department put her in touch with the company. So this isn't looking good for them. She also spent 3 months exchanging emails and phone calls with Lyft customer support agent, attempting to get some sort of compensation from the company and clarity on her unanswered questions. Like, for instance, why Philpotts' last ride is marked in his app with a note that reads "admin canceled" and reflects a payment of $0. So they did not pay him for the ride that took his life, she said. Lyft did agree to pay for Philpotts' funeral, but only after Rice sent receipts. What is that word? Delineating? Delineating. I don't know. Yeah, each expense. Mom found she was alone to be inappropriate, but that wasn't the only issue, according to screenshot received by Protocol. When Lyft sent Rice a link where she could accept the payment for the funeral expenses, it described the money as a settlement and release payment. Oh, that's rough. Right. You fuckers. Like, come on. So, yeah.
Please stop bothering us.
Yeah, but just to label it that way, I mean, you're paying for your son's funeral. Like, what the hell, dude?
Exactly. I mean, there's no doubt that was lawyers talking
to the mic.
Exactly. Well, sorry. that was lawyers that's kind of doing that part.
Right,
of the
right.
They're kind of doing the lawyer talk, and not humane. There wasn't the company being humane.
Rice believes Lyft owes drivers a lot more. She argues the company should provide drivers with insurance that covers more than just accidents, panic buttons, and don't require fiddling with an app and a passenger screening process that are at least as forceful as what drivers themselves have to go through.
So that brings up a good question.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, so we have all these things, but why isn't it possible? Like OnStar has been there forever.
Right.
Why can't we have an OnStar button?
Yeah.
I mean, and why can't you build that into the phone? Do you have a button you just click on?
No, see, they already have that. Lyft has the ADT one. You can hit a panic button. She's talking about an actual button like OnStar, like you can press a button.
But what happens if I click on the ADT button? Is it then? Is that just a text that goes back and forth? 'Cause
No,
they ain't doing shit, right?
no, you're right. It does say I didn't highlight that part. Let me go back to that because I'm glad you brought that up. Now I gotta read it. This is good time to do an ad.
Talk about your new tattoo.
New. It's not new. It's old. No.
Your
I deliver in a pretty safe neighborhood in LA. It's a suburb, and
Mhm.
there's actually been an increase in burglaries. So now I kind of feel sketched out. Even delivering food to these people around 9:30 because I know they're on edge. So just got to be careful with your surroundings as a gig worker.
Yeah, for sure.
So Joe Collins says, why doesn't Lyft and Uber do some background checks on riders as they do on drivers? It would be too expensive.
Yeah, it would be. I that would be nice. I can't find the ADT, but it's not just like a text. Basically, I think if ADT doesn't get a response, they send
Right.
help. So I can't.
DoorDash has the ADT feature, and I haven't used it, but like you said, you press it, and then if you don't respond within, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, then it automatically calls 911 for you. It's a nice feature.
Oh, I forgot to pop you out, John. Sorry when you're talking.
Oh, it's okay.
When you should do a test for us with ADT, you should just hit it and see what happens, and just say, "Well, don't do it right now, not live on the show."
Well, it's funny because I think that the DoorDash app crashed. It's not loading.
No.
Yeah, so it just says starting.
Oh no. Oh, DoorDash. Yeah, but I'd be curious what happened. Just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally pressed it." But hopefully it would be a little bit better. But yeah, lift safety is definitely an issue, or driver safety and all. But I like the OnStar idea.
I mean,
I mean, if they can
the
put
technology has been there forever.
if they can put a dash cam in that has cell signal, they can put a panic button in there that does the same thing.
Right.
So
Joe goes, why are drivers required to have a background check? And you, I mean, from that perspective, you are correct.
well, because they don't
But-
Uber doesn't want sex offenders and murderers driving people around.
No, I agree. I
mean-
agree. But then, and again, I've thought about that myself. Like, why then aren't riders supposed to, have the background check?
Yeah. Anyways,
No, I'm with you.
it's always going to be a discussion. The companies need to do more, and they're not doing enough. But what I've always talked, and Jesper and I have talked about this too, and we've probably talked about it on the show. Just do the right thing.
Right.
If there's a mess up, just do the right thing. Yeah, Joe. I mean, if you don't want to pick up criminals, maybe this isn't the gig for you, though. You know what I mean? Like, no offense, but I mean, you can't discriminate against people, and they're just never going to do that. Uber's never going to say you can't ride with us. Now, what I did read somewhere that Lyft monitors rider behavior. So that's
sure.
interesting. So they may be like, this guy's been a problem before, we need to keep an eye on him. So at least they're looking at that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Oh yeah. Uber Black. So yeah, that's totally different. I get it, Joe. I don't want to pick up criminals either, but what would happen if a guy got popped in an area that's weed is illegal?
Right.
Do you not want to pick up a guy that got popped for possession? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit. I just don't want somebody that's a criminal that's going to kill me or rob me. But I mean, it's one of those things. It's an inherent risk of the job, I guess. So,
But I also think that maybe when it comes to stuff like that, I don't think you and I really know the danger that some drivers are in some areas.
no, I mean,
because we do live in little sheltered Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I mean, shit goes down here, but it's not like some of the cities.
No.
You're right.
No.
In Illinois, I mean, it's a shit show. I don't know where Champaign is, but it's got to be near Chicago where this guy.
It's a
got
suburb
killed.
outside of Chicago.
Yeah, I've heard of Champaign, Illinois, but yeah, Joe's over here bragging about Uber Black. I don't even think we have Baltimore. That's a good Uber Black area. Baltimore is pretty sketch over there too.
I think, probably some areas.
Yeah, well, not all of them, but Jesper's fading, y'all. We got to get going.
I
can tell. Jesper's
but
fading.
it's also 10 o'clock.
I know. We're already 6 minutes over. All right, yes, let's talk about Grubhub real quick. One more ad and a couple of pictures, and we're out of here.
Yeah. So basically, I can't talk anymore. Wow, this is getting rough. So, Just Eat Takeaway is exploring selling Grubhub barely a year after buying the company.
Which is crazy.
I know. They paid $7.3 billion for Grubhub a year ago.
With a B.
With a B, yes.
Yeah.
But basically, there's been no buyer identified in the article, but the idea is what they're saying, that Just Eat Takeaway's board confirms its alignment with shareholders in wanting to both create and realize value from the company's highly attractive portfolio of assets, the company said in a trading update Wednesday. Basically, they think that having Grubhub on board makes them more not liable. That wasn't the right
Viable.
word, but yeah, exactly. That's basically
Well, probably
not-
liable too.
not worth it much. As such, management currently, together with its advisors, actively exploring the introduction of a strategic partner into and or the partial or full sale of Grubhub. So they want to get another partner in to kind of, I think, eventually buy Grubhub. I think what they're finding out is that this was not a good strategic move for them to buy
No.
Grubhub, and they've been advised to stay in Europe, which is their, their home scene, if you will, and that's really what they should focus their efforts on. The company has faced growing calls from prominent shareholders to divest its Grubhub division. Just Eat Takeaway.com completed its acquisition of the U.S. food ordering platform for 7.3. What we already Pippin, Uber, and Germany's delivery hero to a deal after a heated takeover battle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you buy Grubhub anyways. I mean, in my market, it's nothing now. It used to be great. You kind of bought it. Well, I want to say they bought it on the cheap, but when you're using the word B for billion, I don't think you're buying anything on the cheap.
Well, if you compare to what our wonderful, Elon Musk just bought Twitter for,
My gosh.
that was kind of
I am
cheap.
so interested to see what Twitter is going to do. I'm a big Twitter user, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does.
$44 billion, my friend.
Think
Chump
about
change.
all the
Chump change.
yeah, but
but
think about all the longer he could have ended with that $44 billion.
but did you see that that was actually an interesting.
Jesper doesn't care about the hungry people.
No, I do.
He moved right on.
But I do. But the thing that I thought it was so interesting, somebody was daring Elon Musk to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and Elon, he kind of dared back and said, "That's fine, but then you meet me."
So somebody that had money was daring him to do that?
I forget this. I'm gonna have to look up the story, but there was something about that, and somebody they dared him to sell a certain amount of stock in
I remember something
in Tesla to feed some people or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I forget the whole story, but yeah, it was just.
Yeah, I don't know if Elon has that. I mean, he's definitely rich and an entrepreneur, but I don't think he's like Bill Gates where he gives a shit ton of his money away. You know what I mean?
No, he actually just had a big fight with Bill Gates too on Twitter. So,
oh, really? Probably because of that, right?
It was something about how Bill Gates has done a short sale on a lot of Tesla stock, and he hasn't bought it back yet.
Oh my God!
so Joe, no, I don't think you want Elon buying and owning Uber. I just don't think so.
Joe just wants a free Tesla. Not a free one, but he just wants them to be like, all right, everyone has to use Teslas.
So Tesla is actually interesting. So we just got back from Denmark, and I've said it before. There is an insane amount of Teslas in all of Europe right now.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing, and I'm not trying to negate on Tesla here, I'm not. But I'm hearing is Tesla is really not that great of a car.
It's not. And I brought that up too. Larry and I, lifting with Larry and I were talking about, we were just goo goo gaga over Tesla.
Yeah.
And we started watching some videos, and I'm like, it's just videos. Now, they are a technology company. They're not a car company. So
exactly.
I think everything about the Tesla is great, but it's like the body has some issues, you know what I mean? So we'll see how they hold up and that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyways, I mean, I'd take one. I mean, I'd take an Escort too, I guess.
But did you hear that they just announced that the newest model won't even come with the charger anymore?
What?
They're not gonna sell it with the charge
You got to buy it.
Well, yes, but I think the assumption is so many people are having a charge while they're working anyways,
Yeah.
and so they just people use a local supercharger,
Mm,
and you don't need one at home.
yeah.
So it's that. So if you want a charger, you got to buy it extra yourself.
I'm not gonna lie. Leo did buy his Tesla, and I hope he has it by the time the picnic because I freaking want to ride in that thing. It's gonna be sweet. So
I actually did. We're not using it tonight, but I saw a video of a YouTuber who drove a complete driverless car for the first time. It was one of those.
he didn't drive a driverless car. He rode in one.
Road, yeah, of course. It was one of those. Is it Waymo or whatever?
Yeah.
And that was crazy. I mean, there was absolutely no driver in that car.
Yeah. So I tried to pull that video. You did
Okay.
share it, and Facebook's hard. They don't.
Yeah.
It's hard to scrape that, and I couldn't find it on YouTube.
But I would be scared shitless. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just this whole the concept of sitting in a car and there's no one
I know.
in the driver's seat, and you're just like, I don't know what I would do.
There was a recent video, I think, in the last week that a driverless car got pulled over by the cops, and they didn't know what to do with it. It stopped, and then it took off, and then I guess it pulled into a safer area. I don't know. It's on YouTube. You can look it up. But Mac, yeah, escort the car. It popped in my head because that was my first car back in 1994. So no, earlier than that. That's when I graduated high school. It was like 1992. So yeah, escort the car. But we're going to talk about our sponsor, DDI Delivery Drivers Incorporated. DDI puts gig workers first. It's the #1 contract management solution out there. So basically, they are the human resources for your gig work. They get your taxes stuff together. They have occupational accident insurance, all kinds of stuff. They also are looking for people that actually own a company that are looking for someone to manage the back end for their gig workers, or probably not just gig workers, any workers.
Right.
So I got hired through Walmart Spark through DDI. And so, yeah, they're a great company. Check it out. The link is in the description. But yeah, they do great. DDIwork.com.
I was going to say DDIwork.com.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's in the description. But thank you, DDI, for supporting the Gig Economy podcast. All right, a couple more, man. We are way over, but I'm just having so much fun. What do we got here? All right, so this is great. Thank you, John. You are one step ahead of me. So this is crazy. These guys are offering what they're going to pay they want to get for this route. So this is an Amazon saying
Right.
it. So you can reserve it, and then if you can see it says request, they're requesting $210 for this route, $189 for this route. I'm like, that's
what market is that in?
I want to say Ohio, Middleburg Heights, Ohio. OH is Ohio, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So I don't know. That's interesting that you put in a bid for what you'll do it for. I mean, the people around here would still bottom feed, at least in Grand Rapids, but
maybe that brings more bottom feeders to it, right? Because if they're already seeing what other people want to do it, maybe I'll do it for $2.9.
Right. Yeah. They'll do it for $29.
Underbidding each other all the time.
Right. Real quick, I'm just gonna run it out, Jesper. This is interesting. This is a sign out sheet for DoorDash. And I'm sure John can chime in on this, but basically you have to sign out the food and sign that you took it. I don't know how legit is this, or why are they doing this, John?
I'm not sure, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, they're already making us fill their drinks and seal it, which is kind of weird because the seal is supposed to, prevent drivers from drinking it. So now they're making us sealing it. But if I see one of these, I won't be surprised by it. I think next we're going to be making it back in the food.
Don't lie. You take a sip before you put that top on that soda.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you?
But isn't it a Wingstop we have here in Grand Rapids? I visited that a couple of times, as I actually have done a couple of deliveries, and it was always crazy busy.
Yeah, I don't think it's Oh, okay. Tyler says you have to do this at his Wingstop as well. I don't think it's just Wingstop though, but clearly it must be a corporate policy. And then the last one real quick, it says, kind of funny from Reddit, Panera didn't have cookies, so they refunded the customer with cash. So literally it says refund. We did not have enough for cookies for the order. And they gave them cash to give back to the customer. I mean, was it 89 cents for a freaking cookie? I mean, I don't know.
But I mean, how many cookies did you order? Right, that's the thing.
Well, I don't know. That doesn't look like there's a lot of money in there. I mean, I guess cash doesn't take up a lot of space, but
don't give cash back.
I know
mean,
that's stupid. Just
no,
let
no.
DoorDash take care of that. But
They're
Right,
supposed to
right.
refund it through the tablet.
yeah, exactly. Bunch of
It-
idiots.
Yeah,
right.
really didn't know how to do that.
Well, I mean, yeah. Joe said Uber renting Tesla for $350 a week, $1,400 a month. Oh my god,
That's a lot.
I just go buy one. Your payments would be $600 a month. Yeah, they are. Yeah, you're right. Uber is taking advantage of desperate people. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's because people probably don't have great credit, right? The only way
Right.
they're going to drive a Tesla is if they do it through Uber. Because I mean, Tesla's not going to give you a car if you got a 400 credit score. You're not going to be able to buy a Tesla for $600 a month.
So the first $1,400 a month you make, you don't get.
Yes.
I mean,
I mean, you're not paying gas, so let's say take 500 off the top of that. So now you're
That's-
down to 900.
well, yeah, but it's like,
Yeah, fuck that.
yeah, no.
Anyways, John, thanks for helping out tonight. Stay on, don't sign off after we're done. Mac, thank you very much. Joe, thanks for the comments. Tyler, of course, I appreciate you very much. Steve's already out. He's sleeping. Thanks for all the super chats. Janet and Larry and Megan, she's already in bed. Who else? Mark, thank you so much for being the smart ass. That was funny. And I feel like I'm missing somebody else, but
No,
if I
don't
missed
think
you,
it's all good.
yeah, I had a good time. This is way long. So, yeah. Have a
Thank
good
you very
night.
much, guys.
We'll see you
Have
in
a
a
good
couple
night.
weeks. All right. Bye.